Hey guys, how's it going? What's going on? Welcome to Critical Guides. We're going to start this video off with a PC part picker build guide. Now this one is going to be a little bit different opposed to the previous ones, but the main reason being is because this one's going to be worth $1,000. So I'm going to try and shoot for around $1,000. Just going to show you guys it is possible to spend that much money. Yeah, it really is. So I've built plenty of $1,000 builds. I kind of build them in a way I like to see them based on like a specific color scheme. So what I'm gonna do is actually build the most powerful PC I can build for $1,000. Originally, I would not specifically pick the most powerful pieces, but I would try and build something that's $1,000 and have it look nice as well, with pretty good pieces. But we're gonna go ahead and build the most powerful thing we can get with the cheapest possible outcome, basically. So we're going to start off with the CPU. Now this is going to get kind of difficult because we're not sure if we're going to go for an AMD build or an Intel build for this situation. So, boy, I don't know. I really don't know for this one. I like to go with AMD builds because they're on the cheaper side, but this one I feel like it really deserves an AMD build. So what I'm going to go ahead and do actually is we're gonna go for I don't know, is it going to be a gaming PC or a productivity PC? Let's make sure that whatever we do pick, it's above 3.5 gigahertz stock. Let's go with that, and then have the cheapest thing here. Let's see what it is. Okay, obviously it's gonna be that. Okay, we're gonna have to go with and I'm gonna go with Intel on this build. This is gonna be an Intel build. We have an i5 4690, quad core 3.5 gigahertz. Not exactly what I'm looking for quite yet. Let's go. Oh man, that's a lot of money though. Let's go with an i7 4790. Should we do it? Should we do it? Sure, we'll do it. It's a quad core, but you know what? It's an i7 Intel 4790. It's not a K, so it's most likely not going to be for gaming, but this is still going to be a really gorgeous build. So for overclocking purposes, we probably get that up to 4 gigahertz, but we're going to go ahead and pick a pretty good cooler. I'm not really sure what to go for right here. Honestly, I might go with just my my usual Corsair H60. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw that in there. That's a pretty usual one for me. And then my motherboard. We need to make sure we have the right chipset here and a pretty good overclockable chipset. So, MSI is a good way to go. We could stick with that, but we want to make sure that we have. Let's see. I want to make sure I have 4 RAM slots, and the max RAM needs to be. The minimum RAM, I guess, would be 32 here, and the max, who cares? And we're gonna go ahead and select the price range. That, oh god, it can't be that low. $100 or less. This is gonna be a tough one to pull off here. We'll see the cheapest things here. Should probably be above $58. Gigabyte GA, blah 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 blah. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with this one here. This is actually a micro ATX. Which I didn't think I was going to go for, but as long as it has RAM slots and expansion memory card slot, USB 3.0, and SATA 6 gigabyte ports, we're pretty good. We're set. So let's go ahead and add this to the part list, and we should be set for that one. Yeah, I think it's okay. Next up, we're gonna go for our memory here. Oh boy. I'm for this build, I'm specifically gonna go with 8 gigabytes. But I'm going to go for pretty powerful 8 gigabytes here. So don't get me wrong when I say that. DDR3 2400 here. And we're going to try and get the cheapest one possible, as long as it's good. Okay, we have a G-Skill Ripjaws, that's fine. That's a pretty good brand to go for here. So, oh, it's a nice light blue color, so somehow we're sticking with the blue theme. And that's unintentional, it's coincidental. We're already at $470. We don't even have storage yet, oh my god. So that's only 8 gigabytes of RAM. That should be fine for editing. That's fine. Memory, we're gonna need a lot of it if we're gonna be using this as a productivity kind of PC. If this was a gaming PC, I would have gone for a higher, CPU speed and probably a better CPU cooler. And maybe more cores. I'm not sure, but this one's not gonna be geared exactly towards gaming. We're just gonna kind of see where we're gonna go from here. So anyways, let's go ahead and pick where are we going? Here we go. It needs to be at least 1 terabyte, right? Let's see, the cheapest one we got for 1 terabyte is actually a Toshiba. Wow, that's actually the lowest I've ever seen one of these. Usually it's the Seagate coming in at 45 bucks, but we're getting a little bit of a discount here. Alright, now next up we have a video card. Now this is where it's going to get kind of interesting. What kind of video card would you need for a productivity PC? And you know what, since this one, if you really wanted to use it for gaming, I'm sure it would be possible since overclocking is there as an option. But let's go ahead and see what exactly out of all the video cards we should go for. So scrolling down on the list of the GTXs here, I would go for either a 770. We're not going to be looking at Titans right now. Maybe a 960 or 970 or 980. 980 Ti is getting a little too up there. But let's go ahead and see what the cheapest one is. It's probably going to be a 960, I'm assuming. Yeah. So the 960s. 169 bucks. So this would actually be okay for us since it's considerably a productivity PC, but don't worry you guys, this would actually be able to handle games like GTA 5 and that kind of thing pretty easily. Next up we're going to choose a case. I want to pick a windowed case. So I believe that's one of the options on here. Side panel window, yes. What color should we go for? I don't really care, to be honest, right now. I'm just going to go for the cheapest one here. You know, potentially something that looks good though. So we have 4 external bays, 4 internal bays here. Okay, let's check out this one, see how it looks. Ooh, not exactly the window I was hoping for. Not quite. Let's see what else we got. Okay, here, this looks like a good one coming in actually, right here. Yeah, that looks pretty clean right there. That looks clean. The same brand as my PC case that I'm using right now, except mine doesn't have that big of a window and it's not white, it's black and red, but that's fine. So we'll go ahead and throw that in there. Power supply. How many watts are we looking at? 309 only? Wow, it's actually kind of light. We're going to do, let's do a minimum of 500 for this build. Around that, 500 something. Cheapest one here, potentially. Do we need it to be modular, you guys? If you want it to look clean, I would definitely select a modular one, but we're not going to go for that right now. You could pick a semi-modular one. Like, yeah, let's go with this one. 630 watts. It's got some pretty good reviews, and it's semi-modular. Optical drive, I don't need that. Operating system, I don't need that. Software, I don't really need that. Monitor, I don't need it. External storage, okay, so we're pretty much good. We're set. 760 bucks. Oh, boy. You know what that means, you guys. We are throwing in some extra stuff because we have leftover money to go for. So since that is the case, we're going to throw in an SSD here now. SSD runs really expensive, so we're going to go ahead and, you know, we'll do a minimum of 120. What it will be, I'm not sure. Wow. Only 20 bucks for this? Did I click SSD? Oh no, I don't think I clicked SSD. That could be why. Watch the price go up in 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. Okay, here we go. $39, not bad, but that's a crappy brand, so we're not gonna go for that. SanDisk, that's trustworthy. Kingston, here we go, Kingston. I think this is the exact same one I have right here, so we'll go ahead and throw that one in there. Yeah, so looking good, looking good. So since we do have leftover money, we're looking at $800. You know what? We're getting rid of that graphics card, and we are upgrading to a better and more powerful graphics card. I'm sick of looking at these crappy ones. We're back at it again, looking for the graphics cards, and we're gonna go ahead and pick between a 9. You know, dang, I wish they would show the 770s on that little option right there. Even though those are pretty expensive, but they're really good. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. The order skips around a little bit, kind of like Star Wars episodes. But that will be okay. We don't need to worry about that too much. But we're going to go ahead and go to 970, 980, and 980 Ti. And this is where it starts to get real. I'm not even quite sure how much I'm worried about the price here. But we have a GTX 970 coming in hot here. 1.1 gigahertz. Okay. That one looks like it could be pretty schmacking. We're going to throw that bad boy in there. And now we're at $940. So with that remaining $60, you guys, what do you think I should do? Should I upgrade my RAM or should I get a better CPU? To be completely honest with you guys, I think I'm going to pick a different CPU. I think I might. How much was the one I just had actually? Let's see, let's look. So 285, we can go up to, I don't know, I don't really want to pass $320. But you know, if it happens, it happens. 4 gigahertz right here, i7 4790K. That could be our one right there. Yeah, that is it. That is it. We're picking it. We're picking it. Let's check the price. $985. That looks gorgeous to me. So we just went for an Intel Core i7 4790K at 4 GHz quad core processor. That's pretty gorge. That is pretty gorge. Now what I do is I usually come through here and pick stuff that matches with the color scheme that I'm using. Like say I'm using all white, I will make my RAM white, I will make my motherboard white, I will make my CPU. I mean, you can't really make that white, but I would make my cooler white, the case white, graphics card white preferably. I found some pretty cool looking 980s that were white colored, and it looks really good. You could always spray paint it whatever you wanted, very carefully of course. But yeah, this is it guys. This is actually a really clean build. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now is I'm gonna go ahead and buy all these, and yeah, I'm gonna get some money back as well. So the base price, what you'll be paying right here out of pocket, would actually be $1,036, and with the mail-in rebates, you'll be taking off a nice $55. So either way, it comes out balanced in the middle. 15 less here and 30 over, whatever. Yeah, pretty gorgeous build. But remember, you guys, if you actually do want to see me build one of these PCs, whether it be an older one or this one itself, go ahead and leave comments down below telling me that you want to see me build it and see how to build it exactly. And I'll go over all the compatibilities to make sure later on if that is what you guys want. But I need at least, you know, like 10 of you guys to tell me that you want to see this, alright? But yeah, go ahead and leave a big thumbs up for this one. And thank you guys for watching this one. Why did I say this one twice? I don't know.